Born in 1929 to hard-working Midwesterners, Bob was a bright child with a promising future. Young Bob loved spending time in his grandfather's garden, his inspiration for a lifetime of gardening. Eventually, Bob was an esteemed OBGYN. He and his family of 5 made their home in Mill Valley, where he maintained a successful practice in San Francisco. Bob and Marilyn enjoyed 58 years of marriage before her passing in 2010. Despite his busy life, Bob found time to participate in performances, including playing the priest in Fiddler on the Roof and taking part in Marilyn's cherished Mount Tam mountain plays. Marilyn's passion for art, nature, and music inspired her to become a school tour guide at the garden. In 2015, Bob honored Marilyn's legacy by naming our amphitheater in her memory. Throughout the years, Bob has made countless contributions to the garden. Nowadays, you can often find him enjoying live music with friends and family in Marilyn's amphitheater on Wednesday evenings. This evening, we're thrilled to celebrate Dr. Bob and his remarkable 20 years of service to the garden. As a dedicated contributor, volunteer, and member of the Board of Trustees, Bob has been an invaluable partner and resource. We deeply appreciate his leadership, guidance, and perhaps most of all, his sharp wit. Please join me in wishing him a joyous 95th birthday and expressing our heartfelt thanks for his tremendous contributions.
The sign said, Sonoma Botanical Garden, open on alternate Saturdays from 10 to 12. Reservations required. I guess you know how many people responded to that. Probably not very many. The first time I visited the garden, I was very impressed with the garden itself, but also with the potential that it had to offer. The garden was hewn out of solid rock, and Jade had various people look at the site to see if this was a good place for a garden. Their opinion said, no, this is an impossible site for a garden. You know, solid rock, nothing will grow here. Well, she persisted. My grandpa, I remember when he planted some cherry trees. Planting cherry trees in Kansas, you don't just plant the tree and then go out and pick the cherries. You wait about 5 years before you get your first cherry. For so-called friends said, what are you doing that for? What to him? He said, you're never going to see this. You're never going to get any cherries off that tree. And of course his answer was, it's not for me. It's for my next generation. I'm particularly interested in the education of young people in gardening. I think it's so wonderful that the children's programs that we have put in are for young kids. And they're very excited about something that's brand new to them. They're just little sponges. They just take it all in. And if even one of them comes back in 10 years and says, that experience changed my life, that would be worth it. That'd be worth everything. If you ever have the opportunity, and we all have opportunities in life, help us out in this garden because it needs it. It needs us. We need the garden. We may not even know that we need these plants, but we're doing our best to conserve them. For younger generations that come about. Hopefully our minimal efforts will bear fruit, if you'll pardon the expression.